Worst relationship advice ever. Number one, find someone who loves you more than you love them. That's a very wrong mindset. You don't have to agree to be in a relationship with someone because you realize that they love you more than you love them. Especially for some guys who have been advised over the years that your love as a man is more than enough for the relationship to work, because the Bible says, husbands, love your wives. So that's the most popular advice that parents usually give their sons. It's not proper to leave it that way every time, that the love has to come from one person. Okay, it's very wrong. Number two, play hard to get. Sometimes some guys do play hard to get when they notice that they're popular and they're influential in an environment, in school or in town, or maybe they have money and they notice some girls are flocking after them. That gets into their head, and sometimes they miss out on the best person for them. But most times we have more ladies who play hard to get than guys. Let me give you an example. For instance, over almost 2 decades ago, I used to like this particular girl. And in that neighborhood, everyone knew I liked her. But she was quite difficult. Not that she didn't like me. She liked me. She loved coming around my place. We spent time together. We gisted, we laughed, we hung out, and all. But she didn't want to make it like a relationship thing. And I got tired of waiting. And, guys, as young blood, hot blood, I had to move on and I left. Sometime along the way, another younger lady came around the neighborhood and we became friends. And that one just went straight on. She was bold. She knew what she wanted and she liked me. And we kicked it off. Okay. Now, this very first girl that I was close to, I didn't stop being close to her, but I was not in a relationship with her. And she knew I was not in a relationship with this girl. She became mad. She was angry, jealous. I loved you. I said, excuse me, you loved who? You never told me. I've been trying to make you understand that I want you in my life and all, but you kept making it very difficult for me and all. So I had to move on. She said, no, she really wanted me. She made a whole spat. She came after this new girl head on. She didn't even say behind her back that you came and snatched my boyfriend. They were like, hey, no, she's not your boyfriend. You see? So, you like this guy. So you don't have to play hard to get every time. If you don't like the guy, just make it very clear that you don't even like the guy at all. All right? So don't miss out on something good because you were taught on the principle of play hard to get. It never works that way all the time. Number three, create boundaries to check excesses, or in our slang here, to check see finish. A counsel like creating boundaries to avoid see finish. Just to make sure, say, don't put yourself for ground for this babe. Don't put yourself for ground for this guy. It makes you uptight. You lock yourself away from the flavors that you could have enjoyed if you opened up more. All right? If you lay down yourself or you lay down all the boundaries and you're like, this is me, this is all of me, and I want you to experience me firsthand. There's more for you to appreciate in that relationship than when you start creating boundaries. Boundaries will create limitations. Boundaries will create dishonesty. Boundaries definitely create inauthenticity, as in falsehood. Okay, so what the person is giving you is what the person wants you to see, because you have locked yourself up. It might be as a result of probably failed relationships or being taken for granted in past relationships, but that doesn't stop you from dating or opening up. All right, because it might just be locking yourself away from the perfect person for you. Number four, never go to bed angry. This is another bad advice. It's good sometimes when you say it's important you trash the issue out so you guys can just reconcile, but not every issue can be trashed out immediately, because sometimes you might have been under pressure from work, all right? Pressure from work, pressure from other various ends, all right? Various aspects of life under bound pressure on you before you come into that situation at home or in your relationship. And you will definitely not be reacting with a clear mind. All right, so sometimes you need to just say, okay, no problem, baby, I'll talk to you tomorrow. When you sleep it off, you wake up with a clearer mind, all right? You see things from a different perspective. You now address it the best way. So don't force yourself to say that because there's a principle that says never go to bed angry. Today, we must settle this problem. You just end up making things worse. So it never works like that, always. Only a couple of times, but most times, trust me, it doesn't work that way. Number five, the advice that says your partner should be your everything. Now, you don't expect your partner to be your best friend. Of course, he has to be your best friend. She has to be your best friend. Your confidant, your lover, all right, your gossip mates. And the person automatically will also be your financial advisor on how to spend money that he or she gives to you, or the money that you make yourself. The person has to advise you on how to spend it. Now, you expect the person to become your therapist. So when you are going crazy, the person should just sort of all of a sudden just know what to say and what to do to remove you from that state. That's you demanding too much from your partner. Okay? Because your partner is also a human being, and just imagine those same things you're expecting from your partner. Your partner demands them from you, and you know you cannot give them. In fact, you want your partner to be everything. Everything. Should be your lawyer, should be your doctor, should be everything. Come on. You need to cut your partner some slacks. They don't have to know everything or be everything. Sometimes you need to get help outside. Not when I mean outside, sometimes you need to just see a professional concerning some certain things. But most times you need to step up, make research, solve the problem yourself, so that the burden doesn't become too much, too strenuous for your partner. You'll be super amazed of how much you have neglected these advice and saw them as good, but truly they were not very healthy advice in the first place. Watch out for my next video, and I'll be talking more about worst advice ever in relationships. I'll see you again.